Hey, good morning everybody out there. I'm gonna do some more work here on the tracker today. I'm gonna run a separate power wire from my cranking battery up to the console to run all my electronics. As you know, tracker puts, I don't know, maybe 16 gauge wire. It only, you know, one of your depth finders only pulls maybe 1 amp, but I'm running 3 graphs. I just put in a Ethernet switch, so I mean it's pulling a little bit of current, and I want to have a dedicated power source. So right there's my cranking battery, and unfortunately with the tracker this is all sealed, so I'm probably going to come out. I'll come over here and show you. I'm probably just going to come out this boot here, run my wires along with the other wires, and I cut an old rod sleeve I bought at Walmart, and I'm going to run the wires in that so they're a little bit protected. Then you just come around the corner here through this channel through here, and you can probably see my network switches there and the tracker fuse box. Sorry. So I'm going to mount it somewhere in there, and then I'm just going to run one line all the way up through this channel for this graph. I might run, actually I got to run 2 power wires because I plan on adding a 360 Humminbird 360 Mega. So I'll basically have 5 taps coming off that fuse box that I'm going to be installing. Alright, so this is the 6-post fuse box I purchased on Amazon. It came with some labels here. I'm probably going to make my own, but I'm going to mount this up underneath the dash on the boat. I'll leave a link to this product in the description of my video. Alright, welcome back. So I think when we left off, I ran my power wire and ground wire from the battery to the console. You should see it right there. I run it up through inside here. Power to the power lug on the new fuse box, negative to the negative. These 3 wires is going to be for my network switch and my Helix 7 and Helix 9 that's on the console. So right now I have 2 open ports on the factory fuse box. We'll put 3 amp fuses in these. Like I was saying earlier, we only draw 1 amp. So 3 amp is, I think, as small as you can get. So let me put the fuses and covers in, and then we'll go to the battery. We have everything buttoned up, covers on. This is back in place. Cable's hidden. It actually, you can't really, if you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't know it was even there. And like up front, I use marine grade connectors with heat shrink. So they're all hooked up. So I got everything hooked up. We're gonna go see if it turns on. I will be getting on and off marine switch, just so I can turn the power off to that whole fuse panel. Because if not, there's always power going to the depth finders, and there's power on the network switch all the time. And if you noticed this little silver switch here, I have that rigged up for my USB charging port. It has a light on it, and it actually draws the battery down enough where the trim wouldn't work on the outboard. So there they are, powered up. So I would call that a success. So appreciate you watching. And if you liked the video, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I know this was kind of maybe a boring video. I just did a video last week with my father-in-law. We went and set some jugs for catfish and was going to do some bass fishing and wound up catching two nice 4.5, 5 pound bass on a white dual willow blade spinnerbait. So if you hadn't seen that one, give it a shout. Let me know in the comments if you want to know how to make those jugs. It's out there on the YouTube, but I'll be happy to do one for you. So see you next time. Appreciate you watching. All right, so we're back here finishing up this power project for the electronics. Like we talked about before, I ran the wire. Well, I finally got my switch in, so I disconnected my power wire, cut it in half, added 2 ring terminals with waterproof heat shrink covers, marine grade covers. This is actually my switch. It's just a single pole on or off. That's what it looks like on the bottom. So I'm going to be connecting the 2 wires, cover this up. I'm probably going to run some silicone over it just for added protection. And then we'll hook the battery up and we'll finish out. Alright, so here's a final look at everything. I run my wire through my cover and made my connection. That's all tight. Got my switch here. Installed the 4 bolts, nuts. They were a little long, so I cut them off with a Dremel tool. Not much. They're probably long in case you want to mount it somewhere. I'm just going to leave mine sitting right there for right now. And like I said, that's off because of the red. And that will be on. And let's just go check just to verify. I'll walk around here. Pop a cover real quick. And we got power. I'll let it come all the way up and I'll kill it. Switch is off and depth finder's off. So it works. So I appreciate you watching. I know this was it's been in the making for 3 weeks trying to finish this video out. I've been so busy. We had to go out of town to Kansas, come back. I did some fishing, and then I had my sister-in-law and brother-in-law came into town for 3 days, took him fishing. And that's going to be Big Dave that's going to be sitting in the back of the boat. He caught 1 bass. I caught maybe 5 or 6. I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you made it through this whole entire long video. I have noticed that my electronics, my depth finders turn on a lot faster having a direct line of power instead of going through the factory power that comes installed in the tracker. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.